This brief video shows you how to access weather data from the New Mexico Climate Center weather stations. First, we got to go to the Climate Center, and we'll type in weather. Click in here, weather.nmsu.edu. So that's weather.nmsu.edu. So after typing that, you access the front page, and to get data from the New Mexico Climate Center weather stations, you click over on the left side. There's a link called weather data, so click there, and as you approach that page, you'll see a map and then a table with a bunch of links below it. The easiest way to get through directly to the New Mexico Climate Center weather stations is to go page down on that page and find the link called NM Climate Center. So click on that. After you get to that page, the map updates, shows a lot less weather stations, and those are the stations that are part of the New Mexico Climate Center network. And let's look at data from the Fabio and Garcia horticultural farm in Las Cruces. So you can either go through the map, or you can go directly to the table and click on that link. And let's do that. Let's click on the Fabio and Garcia link. Wait a second there, and that is the front page for that weather station, which shows some information on the location, and there's a recent picture of it, and you can, if you want, you can look at other pictures. And then below that is a section called Get Data, and below that there are two links. There's a link called daily/hourly data lister, and below that there is a reference ET, which is evapotranspiration, and GDD, which is growing degree day lister. Right now we're just going to look at the hourly/daily data lister and click on that. And once you get to this page, it'll tell you what kind of data is collected at the weather station, and there's some defaults that are checked. So if you check a box, that means that particular variable will be listed when you hit submit button. So right now the defaults are temperature, wind, relative humidity, and precipitation. The next you want to choose is the starting date and ending date for your data retrieval. For this particular example, well, let's just do the last few days in August. So we'll go from the 27th through the 30th of August, and just for right now we're just going to choose you can choose two different frequencies. You can choose a 24-hour sum, which is called what will be called daily, or we can choose the hourly values, and depending on what your needs are. In this case, we'll just choose hourly, show every hour. And on the output, you can do one of three different types. You can do a comma delimited or a comma separated variable, which basically is read in directly into Excel. If you have Excel on your computer, it'll bring that up when you hit submit. Or you can just show graphs that are viewable on the website. Or if you want, you can choose the HTML table, which just lists the numbers on your browser. And we'll just do that one for now, the HTML table, see what it looks like. And we can choose the output in either English units or metric units. We'll just choose English units for now, and we'll hit the submit button to get the data. Okay, so now this is the result of that query. So on the left side, it has the date, and then the next column is the time, and that's the local time, and in the UTC time -7 time zone. And the next several columns, and we have the temperature as expressed as the maximum temperature for that hour, the minimum temperature, and the average temperature. So each row is an hour. The next set of three columns is the relative humidity, and we also have that as max, min, and average. And then for wind, we have a maximum wind speed, a average wind speed, and the average wind direction during that hour. And finally, the last column on the right of this table is the precipitation. So that's amount of rain fallen, total rain fallen in during that hour. So if you can see, we chose August 27th and the 28th and 29th in this query. So there's 3 days worth of data, and you can go through, and if you wanted to know, for instance, the high temperature on the 27th of August, you can go down under the max the hourly max temperature, and usually in the afternoon is the high temperature, and find the biggest number in there in this particular case, which was, looks like 89.40 was the high temperature on August 27th. And you can go through and do other, if you look for other numbers, depending on what you need. And if once you're done, you can either close out the browser, or if you want to look at more data, you can hit the back button on your browser, and it goes back to that previous page for if you wanted to do a different day, if you want to choose hourly or daily data, or if you want to choose the output that goes into Excel, you can choose it on CSV, or you can click off different. You can say you want just temperatures. You can click off. You can unclick precipitation, RH, and wind. You can just choose temperature. Or if you want to look at soil temperatures, you can just look at that. And if you want, you could even you can graph both of those. Say I want to look at the air temperature and soil temperature, and let's look at a graph of that over that period from August 27th through the 30th. We'll hit submit. So this should show you the air temperature, which is top, and then the bottom is the soil temperature. As you notice, there's 3 different curves that are very close to each other, and those reflect that during each hour there's a maximum temperature during that hour, an average temperature, and a minimum temperature. So the max temperature during that hour is red, the average is black, and the blue is minimum temperature. As you can see, there's a little bit of variation during each hour, because at the beginning of the hour is likely different temperature at the end of the hour. And you can see that it occurs both for air temperature and soil temperature. So as you can see, there's a lot of ways to access data from the New Mexico Climate Center, and once you can either, if you want to go back to the main menu for collecting weather data, you can hit your browser button, the menu button here, or you can go up here on this link on the top, and which shows you where you are in the website. If you just want to go back one level, you click there. If you want to go back to the weather station front page or the New Mexico Climate Center station page, you can go there. So let's do that. So that takes us back to the Climate Center front page, and if you want to look at another weather station, you just click on there. So that should get you started on accessing data, and we'll have other videos to describe other tools that are found on this website.